Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to be doing a quick eyebrow tutorial today for you using my new Holy Grail MAC product, which is the Fluidline Brow Gel Cream. And I have it in Dirty Blonde and I'm just in love with it. It doesn't move during the day. It's fantastic. And I'm also using their angle brush in 208, which is to die for. Together these are, they're perfect. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial and thanks for clicking on. Alright, so let's just get started then. I am taking my Fluidline in with my MAC 208, right? Yeah, 208 angle brush. And I'm dipping it in. I don't want a lot of product on the tip of the brush, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to start with the side. And the eyebrow has hairs that go up here and then down here. So they each have their own set of roots on different sides. So I'm going to start by lining this part of the roots, the ones that are going up. I'm going to take a little more product and I'm going to line the roots that are going down. And I'm going to treat these two lines as our guidelines, so I'm just going to pop them on the other side. Now that we have our guidelines on, I just want to point out that I have hairs that go above where I made the line, but I need to match this side, and this side doesn't have those hairs. They're different. They're just always going to be different. So we're going to use the thin side here as opposed to the, thin as opposed to the wide side. So I'm taking the thin and I'm just going to push product up from the root to the next guideline. And then I'm kind of switching to wide and moving it over, moving the product over. There we go. Starting to get a brow here. Just short little motions with a little bit of product at a time. Don't want to overload anything. So now our middle part's done. And I'm going to take the most product. If I'm going to grab different kinds of product in different times, it's at this point that I'm going to take the most. And I'm going to go from here right underneath that second guideline and swoop, following my natural brow hairs all the way down. Because I am wearing a little bit of a wing today, I'm going to extend my eyebrow because you don't want to have one or the other. If you're going to have a wing, you want to extend. And push product up through this part, and this line I'm just going to go right on top and go from the point of the guideline we made and follow down to our extension there. This makes a really nice little subtle arch. Because right now I'm kind of into my brows being a little more straight rather than a little Marilyn Monroe. So I'm just going to go in with a little more product and make little hairs. Oh, went past the guideline. Using the thin side, thin hairs, and then brushing them out. And that is one brow done. So on this side, I don't know, I guess the order is a little bit different, but I'm going to go from that bottom guideline and follow through, twisting down. I really like this little MAC guy. Fill in that little area that's missing product and go from the second guideline following down. So that's the outer third done, and for the inner third on the last bit, just brushing little hairs from the guideline up. And I like square fronted brows, and that just could be me. You could make them however you want. Just gonna make sure they match as best they can. This side doesn't seem to have come in far enough. That's a important thing, is to make sure your brows are coming in at the same distance. Just want to look straight in the mirror and criticize. So here we are. Now this one needs to come in a little bit more too. So I just take my brush on the side of my nostril to make sure if you're not eyeballing it, it's not working out. And you want to look at the top points, and this side seems to be a little more crisp. So I'm just going to go over a little more product around the outline. And you can always take a concealer and go around, but this brush is so amazing, I feel like that's not necessary at all. As an added step, this is just my clear mascara, which is turning a little brown because I've been using it for my eyebrows for so long. But it just works really well, and who cares if it's a little brown, it's just going right in the brows. So it's curved, so I'm just using the curved part so I don't get clear mascara all over my face. And I'm pushing them up, and now swooping them across the top guideline, and then swooping into the tail. Swoop, swoop. And that should keep your eyebrows in place and looking just fabulous all day long, making sure that they aren't drooping. Sometimes people have sad eyebrow hairs that kind of, you know what I mean, you've seen it. On,